Hello Pisces! Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Theyre Hartman. There we go. I was just saying, I know who this is by. There is on the side here, the artwork is by, if I can read it through the camera, I think it's Katrina? If I can read it. Katrina Sokolova. Probably butchering that. I apologize. There's a website for Theyre. You can find more information about both of them, probably. TheyreHartman.com, but there's also another website below it. Is it WatkinsPublishing.com? You can freeze the frame and go ahead and search that out if you want to. There's two websites there. One for Theyre, one for the publishing company, I guess. So, whatever, float your boat. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There you have a website too, shewhoisart.com, if I can get that close enough. Focus. Go ahead and focus. Come on now. There we go. Go ahead and freeze that frame if you want that information. I got these off of Amazon last month, I think, and they were on sale. I don't know if they are now. I think it's a really awesome deck, so. Anyway, what do we have for Pisces? These are very colorful cards. I forgot that. Very colorful cards, and I like them. But they do seem to pull forward a mood. Who are you dealing with? I feel like somebody you're dealing with, my first thought, and just to be fair, I am an intuitive reader, I'm getting somebody who's very expectant of something. This is how it's gone before. This is how it should go again. And you are kind of like, I've done that before. I don't want to do that again. I see you standing up for yourself. The challenge card right off the bat is don't back down. Don't back down. I'm saying this as a Pisces. Sometimes we weigh it in our head and we're like, is it even worth it? This is worth it. Don't back down, because you can do this. You do have what it takes to make this happen, and this is better for you. It's time, every time, somebody else wants something different, doesn't mean they should have it. Sometimes you should have it, and this is your time for you to have what you want. It's your turn. It's your turn. I'm getting it's very much your turn. So somebody here is expecting you to back down. Don't back down. Because I see that they're coming forward, and it's like, I feel like they have this attitude like, usually if I push hard enough or I hold it up long enough, Pisces backs down and gives me what I want. So I'm just going to, no Pisces, me Pisces, and you're like, I don't want to this time. I don't want to this time. This time it's Pisces' turn, and I'm saying it because I'm a Pisces. I'm a little brat right now. I feel like I'm a little brat, like, no, it's my turn. You always get your turn. This is much better. I feel like even if they're pushing and they're just expectant, I really feel like whatever this energy is, if it's a good energy, you should be able to talk this out. This is like a heads up for you. I feel like this is a huge heads up if this is hitting. You should be able to talk this out, and you'll be like, you know what, we did this for you, we did that for you. I want this for me this time. I think, most of the time we go your way, but this time I want this. My turn. Come on, it's only fair. In fact, it's overdue. If this person gives you a really hard time over this when you come forward with reason, you might want to do a self-audit on that relationship is what I'm getting, because I feel like it really is your turn. And I've said this to somebody recently. Pisces are very devoted, very loyal, very helpful, and we usually give too much of ourselves until somebody breaks our heart or shows us what we really mean to them, in the sense of like, if we don't really mean that much to them, that breaks our heart. And once that's done, well, then the story changes. Kind of like, if you don't really care about me, if you're not really invested in me, I'm not bending over backwards for you anymore. And I feel like that's what they're saying. Like, if this person's still not willing to give you your turn, do a self-audit of this relationship, and you might kind of see something here that you've been avoiding. Probably something you know anyway, but maybe you need to really go over and hash it through. Maybe if you have somebody else that's a good friend away from this situation, maybe hash it out with them and see it for what it really is. Because maybe this isn't a fair relationship, and maybe that's not good for you. Maybe they just have you around to get what they want. it depends. This might be one of those readings where it's your turn, you should get it. But on the off chance this person's not backing down and they don't care what you want, maybe you need to, again, look at this person closer. When do they care what you want? When do your feelings matter? Like, when do they really matter? When the chips are down, are they there for you? Or they're like, oh, you're upset? Oh, I gotta go do stuff. Like, are they like that? Because then this isn't somebody for you that you really need in your life. I also say, like, even if it's a good person, though, I do feel like they'll give in to you this time, but they're also, if you really push it, and if it's a good person, they're kind of like, well, yeah, you usually do what I want to do. So, I mean, all right, I can do this for you this time. This energy does seem it's got an expectant, like they are expecting to get what they want. But if you rationalize with them and they are a good person, like if they really do care about you, I shouldn't say good person, if they do care about you in some extent, they should be like, all right, I'll pacify you this time. Let's do what you want. Let's go where you want. They're also kind of pushing, like, maybe not the worst time to still self-audit this relationship, because maybe it's time to rebalance this anyway. This person, if they really do value you, there's a commitment here, but you've got to figure out what they're committed to. Where does this friendship really balance out for them? I really do think Pisces does this. You can tell me in the comments if you think you're wrong. If I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, oh my gosh. Because I'm connecting into this energy that's a little bit kind of like, they get what they want with you. And this may be a person that they gravitate towards people that give them what they want. So think about that. And think about what is this relationship really built on? If they give in to you this time, it doesn't mean like this is the only time that should happen, but maybe it's time to keep pushing that a little more and really balance this, because it's better for you, but it's also better for them. Because I'm feeling like a lot of you might be dealing with somebody who takes too often. And there's this habit with this, there's this pattern with this, and it's not really healthy for them. They might miss out on a lot of good things in their life because they're not giving. To have a really happy, successful life, the give and take need to balance. If you give too much, you're depleted. If you take too much, you don't really get what you want. You just keep getting things and it never connects right. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, it reminds me of a kid when they're little. They get all the candy they want, all the toys they want. They throw a fit when they don't get to stay up long enough, so they get to stay up as long as they want. They don't experience these boundaries, but then they also don't experience the discipline that it takes to really get what they want out of life. They just expect it. They don't really work for it, and it creates a different schism. The joy never hits the height it ever could. They never really work for that joy that they could actually achieve. And by you kind of pushing back, you're literally doing them a favor. I'm not saying this is going to be fixed in 5 seconds, because I'm also getting, like, if you push back this time, it does feel like the good ones, I'm going to say good ones again, they kind of like, they give in, but they're kind of like, well, maybe this time, I guess. I mean, I want the Pisces to stay around because they usually do what I want, so I'll give in this time. This is a good energy for you, though. I feel like this is actually a good friendship. You're teaching them more boundaries. You're teaching them kind of like, listen, for the longest time it's been that way, but we need to start rebalancing this. And as time keeps going, you want to keep, I feel like you want to self-audit this relationship. And maybe once a season you want to do that. I know this sounds probably techie, dorky, geeky, whatever, but I'm the type of person, I put reminders in my phone, and then I write them on this board when they show up. Like it'll pop up, like, remember to do this, or remember to do taxes at a certain time, or whatever. Then when I see it pop up on my phone, I'll write it down on a board or on a piece of paper, and I just keep that in a place next to my bed, so I keep looking at it like, yeah, I got to do that. Yeah, I got to do that. And it might remind you to just keep self-auditing this relationship so you actually move it in the right direction. It's better for both of you. And because it's your reading, I can't say it to the other person. I can only say it to you. So you can decide what you want to do with that. It's your turn. And Pisces, we have a lot of caring energy, you know what I mean? But sometimes we have to slowly go into things, and we have to start slowly moving things into a better focus. You can help this person. For those of you that this person gives into, I feel like that's the sign that this person has a lot of good. There's a lot of good to them. And they might just need somebody to kind of stand up to them a little more in a kind way and slowly move them over to a better way of living life. And that might be the gift you give them. Like, you're getting what you want. It's your turn, granted. So that's great. But you should be getting that more as time goes on. And you're giving them a gift of, like, understanding a better balance of life. If give and take don't balance, things just don't work out right. There's always going to be problems. There's always going to be somebody feeling shorted or somebody not appreciating what they actually have. It's your turn. Short and short, it's your turn. Anything else with this? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.